If you guys are familiar with my channel, you may remember a few videos of mine talking about things like sweats in video games, skill-based matchmaking in video games, and why gaming might not be fun for some people anymore. Needless to say, those videos sparked some controversy in my notifications, and believe me, I read all of your comments. So I want to go over these topics again with your comments and feedback to clarify a few things here and there. Let's talk about the sweats first, since that's what the first video was in this so-called series. A lot of people were upset that I didn't specifically say that they ruined gaming and didn't make games fun anymore. I never said they made gaming fun, and the people saying otherwise were idiots that need to get good. Do they ruin video games? Occasionally, yeah, and the severity of it just depends on the person. The whole point of that video was me saying that there's nothing you can do about it. Adding competitive modes in games that don't already have it definitely helps, since it gives sweaty tryhards like me to play in an environment with other sweaty tryhards, but there's nothing stopping me from just joining a casual match to warm up or to just click heads for fun. You might ask, there's gotta be something out there that prevents sweaty kids from ruining my casual games, since I don't want to be stressed out after long hours of work. There is a system out there that was supposed to solve this. Unfortunately, that system was called skill-based matchmaking. Contrary to popular belief, sweats in video games have always been an issue even before the skill-based matchmaking complaints. Some people don't like the fact that they actually have to learn how to play a video game instead of just being able to pick up a controller and just play. Skill-based matchmaking was supposed to solve this by pairing players based on their individual skill for a more balanced experience. The problem is, people don't want a balanced game. They want games where they could drop 30 kills, drop nukes every other match, basically pub stop a bunch of little kids without breaking a sweat, since that's what fun is to a lot of people. Unfortunately, that's not how the world works. Any activity that benefits from time and effort is going to consist of people that are bad, people that are good, and people that are god tier. This applies to everything in life, from driving, cooking, your job, and yes, even video games. You might say that it wasn't like this in the so-called golden years of gaming, but this was because everyone was new to online gaming during that time, since it was a new concept back then, at least for most North Americans. If you grew up playing online games like I did, I'm sure you have heard of the phrase "get good." I was told this numerous times, since I was one of those kids that could never really get the hang of games like Call of Duty and always went negative. Well, we've had over a decade to get good, and now that people like me got good, everyone hates us now since we did exactly what they told us to do. And that's the reason why skill-based matchmaking exists in casual lobbies. Obviously it's not working, so what now? My only realistic solution is for gamers to adjust their expectations, because I honestly think this is more of a people issue than a gaming issue. You're not going to do well in every single match you play. Not every match is going to consist of 12-year-olds or Christmas noobs that don't know what they're doing, and most importantly, there will always be someone better than you. If you can't accept any of those, then maybe multiplayer games aren't for you. And I'm not saying don't have fun. How dare you join multiplayer matches? Play whatever you want. All I'm saying is that you can't expect to be some god of gaming in every game you play, just like how you wouldn't expect to make a ratatouille after only one cooking lesson. A lot of people love to blame the rise of esports for the way things are now, and even claim that it ruined gaming because it was the idea of turning a fun pastime into something you play to win, even comparing it to the TTV in people's names. I really don't think that's the case. As I said before, sweaty tryhards have always existed. Are there more of them now? Yeah, but there's more of every type of gamer in general, especially now with the world going into lockdown again. I'd argue that having things like ranked modes and pro leagues actually reduces the issue, because without them, they'd be playing casual lobbies, destroying everyone they see without breaking a sweat. Did skill-based matchmaking help? Definitely not. No, it did not. But I don't think removing it would fix it either. Don't get me wrong, I want skill-based matchmaking removed as much as the next guy, but the sweats are still going to be there regardless. There's also a few comments out there that talk about how competitive gameplay takes the fun out of video games, causing a loud minority of people to want competitive play outright deleted from video games. What people need to understand is that fun is subjective, which means what you may find fun might not be what I find fun. I'm naturally a competitive gamer, and as I said before, some people would even call me a sweaty tryhard. I like to learn the ins and outs of the game I'm playing, ranging from how weapons work, the map and their layouts, the player's movement and abilities, and how to counter each to increase my chances of winning. Don't get me wrong, I can still have a beer and chill while playing casual games, but I can only do that for so long before I get bored out of my mind. That's just how how my brain works. But for others, all that stuff might not be important, as all they want to do is play custom games with their friends or just grind for pretty skins. Both kinds of players need some kind of place in most multiplayer games. Obviously, you're not going to please every person's needs, but there should be enough content so most people can find something to do within the game. And cutting off entire player bases just because a few people can't handle being beat at a video game isn't the answer. From the wise words of the War Owl, a good game is like a water park. There's a lap pool for the competitive swimmers, a kiddie pool for the children, and a water slide for the thrill seekers. If more developers followed that formula, I think people would hate esports less and gaming in general would be more fun. That is going to be it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on everything I just talked about? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll talk to you all later.